welcome back to my channel. This is Anna. I am going to make a tutorial for the popcorn treat bag that I did a project share with you guys. And the only reason I'm doing it is because Patricia Johnson asked me for measurements. And this is so fast to make that I thought I would just make a really quick tutorial on how to make it. The only thing I've done ahead of time was cut my paper. That's the only thing that I've done ahead of time, and the measurements are so easy. It doesn't take but about maybe 3 minutes to cut. So this is the popcorn bag that I had shown you guys. This was my prototype. So we're gonna make one together just so you can see how quick it is to actually make, okay? And then when it, you pop it out, it actually looks like a popcorn bag. I just love that. So what you are going to need is a piece of cardstock that is 11.5 by 7. Now let me tell you, the heavier your cardstock, the harder it is to push the sides out. Not impossible, but a little bit harder. This cardstock is heavier than this. This is the paper, the single sheets paper that they sell at Hobby Lobby. That's where this comes from. So 11.5 by 7, and of course you know that when you're scoring, you've got to score a little bit lighter on lighter paper. So I'm going to score, so 11.5 by 7. On the 11.5 side, I am going to score at 2 1/4, which is right here, and I am lightly scoring this a couple of times because I don't want to tear the paper. 2 1/4, and then score again at 3, and then 3 3/4, and then 7 3/4, 8.5, 9 3/4. Oh, I'm so sorry. 9 1/4. That's all the scoring we're going to do on the 11.5 inch side. Now we're going to flip it over to the 7 inch side, and we are going to score at 1/2 inch on both sides. So 1/2 inch, and then 6.5. And that is all the scoring we're going to do for the 11.5 by 7. I need also 2 strips that are 4 by 1, and on each strip I am going to score it at 1/2 inch. So we're going to score this right in half. And this actually is 100-pound cardstock. That's all the scoring we need to do. Let's get rid of that. We're going to do just a little bit of cutting. Let me show you on this side. We are going to cut, okay, it might be a little hard for you to see. So these are my score lines right here. I'm going to cut these squares out. My score lines. Did I score this wrong? Yeah. Okay. So right there, and right there. Those are my score lines. I am going to cut those 3 squares out on all 4 corners. Okay, so let's cut out our 3 corners at the bottom. All right, guys, that is all the cutting we're going to do. So the next thing I'm going to do is fold on my crease lines. So for this is the outside of my bag. So I'm going to fold this first crease line on the top. It's facing me now. I'm going to fold that first crease line up, and then I'm going to fold the next one down, just an accordion fold. and then fold the next one up. That is all we need to do. So again, we're going to fold up, down, and then up again. And that is all the folding we need to do. Now we need to glue our bag together. This is the back. So I'm just going to take my glue and I'm going to put some glue on this side. Just let it go down a little bit. And then I'm going to put some glue on this end. So I'm just gluing both ends together so I know that my ends are, it's about, oh, I don't know, half an inch. I'll have to look. So I'm going to fold the bag down and just press that together. And it is about half an inch overlap. Okay. Now at this point you can figure out, you know, if you have directional paper, you're going to know what's your top and what's your bottom. So this is not really directional. So I'm just going to fold this in half. Okay. And you can actually, you know, you don't have to put a different color at the bottom or the top. I just think it looks a little more like a popcorn bag when we do that, because the popcorn bags normally have, you know, a solid or, you know, a colored. So it looks like for some reason, my popcorn bag flap is a little bit longer. I was in a hurry to cut these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this one down just a little bit, guys. I may have not cut my paper too straight. Anyway, if that happens, you know, and you're going to put a strip on there, just cut it down. So I'm going to glue this down. And like I said, at this point you can leave it like that, but it just looks like an envelope to me if I don't put a different color strip on there. So I'm going to put some hot glue on there. I mean, some wet glue. On the other ones, I did use hot glue, so you can, it's your preference. I just want something, I wanted something that my grandkids could just tear up. That's why I did hot glue. So I'm going to put this right there. Okay. And now this is the back side. So this is where I do glue on this. I glue this onto the top flap, and again, it looks like I have to cut off a little bit. So I am going to glue this onto the top before I actually adhere the, you know, close the bottom or seal it closed or anything. I'm going to fold this over the flap. I'm going to put this one on the top and just glue it down, making sure that my back is not being glued to the bag itself. Okay, so I did get some glue on there. Just wipe it off. And our popcorn bag is ready to go. So at this point, you can either fill it up and determine whether you want to make this resealable or not. So I stuck my hand in here and I kind of pushed out the sides, okay, to where they will pop out when you do fill them, okay. And then I filled them, the bag of candy here. So let me fill it with candy just to show you, you know, if you want to pop it out a little more. So let's say that you are going to hot glue this the way I did. So I'm going to hot glue the flap closed. And I'll show you how to puff it up from the top. So I am sealing my bag permanently from the top. Okay, so at this point, it doesn't quite look like a popcorn bag because it's not popped out from the top. So I took my fingers and just, you know, pulled out and push this down a little bit, so that it'll see, it'll kind of pop out for you. So if you grab it from too far in right here on your flaps, it's not going to pop out as much. But there you go. There is my popcorn bag ready to go. You can either decorate before or after you put it together. And that is all that there is to it, guys. Really fast. So it's 6 inches tall, 4 inches wide, and 1.5 inch deep. So like I said, so see, I'm able to push it out a little bit more on that side. So all you have to do is really push down on this and pull out on your side, so it'll pop out for you. And there you go. I just thought that was so cute. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Patricia, I hope I answered your questions. And guys, let me know if you have any other questions. I will be more than happy to oblige. Y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.